Hey everyone, it's a year and 8 months now since I planted the food forest up, so I thought I'd give you a little tour of it, show you how things are getting on, show you what's been doing well, what's been doing not so well. And this is where I planted a couple of mulberries that didn't do so well, so they died, and I've planted this grapevine up in one of the spaces. Now this I bought as a seedless grape, grew it on in my greenhouse for 3 years, eventually it fruited, full of seeds, so that's annoying. But I thought I'll stick it up here. It can be a wine grape. It's quite hardy, so it should do okay. This is quite a sheltered spot in this little divot, south facing, got the hedge behind it. Should be a nice little spot for it. I think it'll do well. The trees I bought from the co-op, the cheap ones, 2 for £12 babies, they've done alright. They've not done great, but you know, they're in, they'll establish, hopefully mature and be great trees. So we'll see how they get on. I do need to get some proper tags made up. It's a bit crap having these plastic on. I'll get some metal ones made so they last and I remember what everything is properly. Some little apples on this one, not. Oh, let me focus. Beautiful. Only tiny, but having a go. Nice apple. It's a pear. It's not really done anything this year. But that's one of the ones that's been in 2 years now. This apple put loads of apples on, so that was really good and productive. All these blackcurrant bushes here, these all put quite a few berries on, so that's good. And then this apple here is what my neighbour gave me, that's also been in 2 years, and this produced lots of fruit as well. It's a really good producer. To say it's only its 2nd year, really good full-size apples and lots of them. This cherry has not blossomed, but it's looking very happy, nice and bushy, some good growth on it. It's got some good mycology at the base. I think that buzzard's getting closer. Come and say hello, mate. What else we got? This is a apricot. It's survived. We'll see. It's an optimistic one, that. It's done better than the peach has. I'll show you that in a second. Bay tree, looking nice and bushy now. Thank you, Julie. Another pear. My pair of pears. Again, that one not really done too much. I've got 2 crab apples here, coming on nice. Oh, there he is. Hey up, mate. There's a little rowan here. And we've got a cherry Merton Glory. I think this blossomed but didn't fruit. This plum, I think it's a Victoria plum. Yeah, this plum put so many fruit on that these stems that were vertical at the start of the year were then touching the ground. Absolutely laden with fruit it was. Raspberries, they're doing well. Keep planting more of these. When I get runners from the allotment, come and dig some docks up and plant those in the place. Loads of docks here, look. Come and dig these up and replace them with raspberries eventually. Got 2 green gauges here. This one's doing fairly well. Got a couple of branches that gave up the ghost. But then this one, the whole main stem is just dead. And it's thrown a new shoot up, which is just above the graft, so it should be okay. And it's having another go, second wind. Again, lots more mushies. This is from all the wood chip that I've mulched them with. The mulches work quite well, wood chip. I think now they're established though, I might just leave it and let the grass return, because surely they'll be alright now. Lots more raspberries, broadleaf, can't remember what that one is. This is a big cherry. This was a 3-year-old cherry when I put it in. The rest of the trees are all 2-year trees. So this one has had a little bit more of a head start. It's quite girthy. Look at that. More raspberries. 2 hazelnuts. Nice and bushy. Looking happy. Horse chestnut is going for it. Look at the size of the leaves on that. What else we got? Katie apple, that one. They're doing alright. They're happy enough. This is the point now, this is willow. This is the point now where I get more broadleafs and not as many fruit trees. But this is another apple. Jonah Gold had a little go. This apple did not do too well. That's one of the cheaper ones that's died. But then this apple, one of the cheap ones, did really well. So, you know, hit and miss. And this I was really surprised about. So this is the walnut tree. Oh, look at that. Just tried to put a walnut on. Thought these took like 20 years to mature. Here we've got a pussy willow. Wheat. Nice and bushy, doing well. This is a plum tree that my friend Phoebe gave me out of her allotment, and it has got this bit of damage on it here. Weren't sure if it was some sort of disease damage or if it was just damage physically to the bark that's then caused that. But it's also something up here as well, look, with it being in multiple spots. But I've taken photos of it. We'll monitor it, see how it does. If it gets any worse, then I'll have to take this out, because I wouldn't want anything to affect the other plum trees that I've got further down. And then this area is mostly all different broadleafs now. What's that? Can't remember what that is. That's a beech. Some nice colours coming on it as it's turning. Lots of oaks. This one's self-setter in the allotment, and the squirrel probably planted. This is a white beam, some sweet chestnut, lime, that's another currant bush, another sweet chestnut, more oaks. This one is a black poplar. This is a rare specimen. Should be a nice big tree. Really nice diamond shaped leaves on them. And then there was an ash tree there that's not doing too well, but these red currant bushes were absolutely laden with fruit. They did really well. And this hazel is nice and big and bushy now. This was a weed tree up the side of the barn when I first bought the barn, so I moved it up here. It's absolutely flying now, same as that one there. And then down here, this ash tree has snapped a limb up top here, nice big limb with a twist in it, and it's fallen and hit the ground, but then not fully snapped off. So I'm hoping this is going to survive. It's dropped most of its leaves, But these that are still on at the end are still looking quite happy. So I think that might be getting enough nutrients through to stay alive. I'm going to chop it back to where the path is here, so I can use the path again. So I'll get rid of all that, but then the main stem down here, I'll leave that, see if it resprouts next year. There we are, that's better. All chopped back. See if it recovers now, hopefully. You'll have to tune in next year to see the update then, to see if it does or not, I guess. But that's this year's done, and hopefully next year everything will be just that little bit bigger. Start looking like an actual food forest. Yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you on the next one.